Laws in Colombia. Working hours. By law, the maximum a person can work in Colombia is 48 hours per week, between Monday and Friday or Monday and Saturday. Working hours are varied between 6 a.m. and 10 p.m. If the employee has to work a full journey, which means from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m., the salary must be 35% more than the equivalent daytime salary. There are no official minimum wages in general, except for some particular cases. The minimum for these cases is agreed yearly by the government and trade unions. Over the minimum, the employee must receive extras in case of nighttime work, working extra hours, commissions, and all the benefits established by the law and the ones agreed with the employer. Any extra hour during working hours will be paid at 25% more than the usual hour. At night, this is 75% more. By law, nobody can work more than 2 extra hours per day or 12 extra hours per week. If it has been agreed that Saturday is a day off, extra hours on Saturday will have the same rights as on Sunday. The minimum salary in Colombia is 781,242. That is $279.88. Holidays. Every employee has the right to 15 days paid holiday per year. Half of this can be swapped for pay by asking for permission in the Ministry of Social Protection and Health. The Sunday work is paid 75% more over the minimum wages diary. Maternity, paternity leave, entitlement to leave and pay. Every woman is entitled to 12 weeks maternity leave when they are pregnant. It can be started 2 weeks before the birth of the child. It is covered by the Social Security system and is also valid if adopting a child younger than 7 years old. This maternity leave can be taken from up to weeks before the day the child is received. It is also valid for a single father who adopts a child. No woman can be fired due to pregnancy or breastfeeding. The partner or husband is entitled to 4 days leave if he is paying Social Security contributions. If both parents are contributing to the Social Security, the father has right to 8 paid days. In both cases, the father should have contributed more than 100 weeks to the Social Security system.
On the other hand, we have the case of Italy, where there's a maximum of hours, which 40 hours. Different overtime limits can be fixed by collective agreements. In principle, overtime should be occasional or due to exceptional reasons which cannot be met by the hiring of new workers. Employees will usually accept to be paid overtime for any time worked in excess. The circumstances in which payment for overtime is paid should be included in the employment contract. Special pay increases are fixed by collective agreements for overtime worked on Sundays, on other holidays, and night work. Minimum salary in Italy is 1,120 euros, which is 7 euros per hour. Making a comparison with Colombia, that means 3,839,027 pesos. Holidays in Italy. All employees are entitled to a minimum of 4 weeks paid annual holiday. Collective bargaining agreements and individual contracts can provide for a longer period of holiday entitlement. On the other hand, we have the case of Italy, where there's a maximum of hours, which 40 hours. Different overtime limits can be fixed by collective agreements. In principle, overtime should be occasional or due to exceptional reasons which cannot be met by the hiring of new workers.
Now we are going to take a look to the pension system in Colombia. In Colombia, there are an estimated 120,668 inmates over 138 prisons. The statistics also shows that for each woman there are 6 men behind bars. Less than 7% have a professional degree, 3.5 out of every 10 is younger than 29 years old. Furthermore, 2% are said to be mentally ill. The lack of adequate mental health services and a shortage of psychiatrists to attend them often lead to situations of rejection and violence. The World Health Organization, as well as many criminologists, agree that prisons are an unhealthy place for the mentally ill. A study done by DMP shows that 81% of the prison population believe that the programs of resocialization through study or work are failing. The prison-located scams accord with the fact that 15.5% of the Colombian prisoners are recidivists. It's clear that Colombian prisons are far from corrective institutes and that even deterrence is minor. Now we are going to
In contrast, for inmates in Norway, life has a better condition. The country relies on a concept called restorative justice, which aims to repair the harm caused by crime rather than punish people. This system focuses on rehab prisoners. In Norway, 21 years is the maximum in comparison with Colombia, which has 60 years of maximum sentence. Norway has no death penalty or life sentences. They were offered education, training, and skill building programs. There are 3 golden rules in prisons: no violence, no alcohol, and no drugs. According to the Directorate of Norwegian Correctional Service, prison should be a restriction of liberty, but nothing more. That means an offender should have all the same rights as other people living in Norway, and life inside should resemble life outside as much as possible. All Norwegian prisoners have the right to study, for instance, and they are all allowed to vote. Sentences are kept very short. On average, they are no more than 8 months long, and nearly 90% of sentences are for less than a year. When criminals in Norway leave prison, they tend to stay out. Norway's recidivist rate of 20%. 5 years after conviction, there is a 27% lower risk that convicts who have been in prison have committed new crimes, compared to those who were given more lenient penalties, like probation and community service.